Hi everybody, Ghost Critic. It's a Thursday, it's new comics, and it was a very small pickup for me this week. Only 4 comics to discuss, and I'm just going to go straight in it with my pick of the week because it made me a little bit excited. That's all I'm going to say right now. Just for this issue, it is Justice League issue 6. It is my pick of the week. If you've not read this yet and you don't want anything spoiled, just wait till I just forward fast this video until you don't see this comic and go back and watch it later, because I'm going to spoil the hell out of this. It's fantastic. This is the Justice League that I wanted to have pre the New 52, which was just a mess pretty much when all the major players left very early on in the series. What was great about this? Why was this such a pick of the week for me? Well, it wasn't just the whole battle between all our heroes, bar Batman and partially Superman, battling Darkseid. That was just amazing. All of them coming together, using their powers, really giving Darkseid something to worry about. He was just thought, oh, I'll decimate this city and there will be nothing to stop me. But seriously, on the ropes with our superhero team. It wasn't the kind of little intrigue about why he was there and this whole looking for the daughter of Darkseid. Who is that? It wasn't, you know, I mean, Jim Lee's art is amazing anyway, but it's just phenomenal here. There are some huge panels, nicely drawn, nicely detailed, bright, colourful, action-packed. Superman actually looks like Superman. It's not that last panel, you know. We'd had the kind of, I guess, the kind of inauguration speech, welcome and acceptance by the human race of our superheroes. The last panel after that, in London, in the shade, in the shadows, and, you know, we've got our superheroes. You've got to have your supervillains. Oh, that sent shivers down my spine too. So that wasn't why I picked this as pick of the week. As brilliant and as fantastic and as entertaining as it was, no, that's not why it was pick of the week. One word for you. Pandora. The backup story on this. Oh, our New 52 universe has just opened wide. Pandora. It's strange because, I mean, I don't read the previews magazine. I very rarely look at upcoming solicits of upcoming issues unless I want to know, you know, if I'm thinking of dropping a title and I want to know what's coming up and whether it's worth sticking on for. I don't look at like Newsarama and look at the first few pages that they preview every now and again. I do none of that. So every issue I look at comes as a big surprise, so I had no idea. And it was a point I was about to make. In all of the issue number 1s, remember the red hooded figure that was in every single 52 issue. And we were all like, who is she? What has she done? We'd seen her at the end of Flashpoint and we knew she was this major player at why we have this new DCU. So yes, backup story, Pandora. The Phantom Stranger was there again, trying to rein this girl in. They seem to come, well, they do know each other very well, and as the Phantom Stranger has always been kind of written, that he's there to watch, he's not to interfere. Very much like Marvel's Watchers, they are prohibited from, but Pandora definitely has done something to our DCU, and this Circle of Eternity, who are they, are not pleased. They want the box back, Pandora's box. But Pandora's not having anything. She's gone rogue, basically. And she isn't giving back anything. She's not changing anything back. And she seems to know a lot of stuff, to the point where she knows who Phantom Stranger really is. And this apparently will rock the DC universe. As she says, you know, you will gain a lot of enemies if they find out who you really are. I was just so excited about this. I've been waiting, you know, we've had all the titles. Some of them have been really, really good. Some of them have been okay, and, you know, they've been entertaining. But nothing has really kind of brought them all together in the sense that they all are all part of their own universe. But they don't kind of interlock. But now we are going to start getting the threads sewed back together. It was just such a tease, and I love to be teased. This was an excellent issue. Those people that don't like Justice League, this new Justice League, why? I just love this from start to finish. Thoroughly recommended. When the trade comes out, whenever it is, go read it all at once. Maybe you'll find it better if you read it all at once. I'm very excited now to see, because they're apparently going to jump back to like the present time, how these guys are coping as a team, given the 5-year gap now that we're gonna miss. So it'll be interesting to see the new dynamics, because at the moment they all really don't get on with each other. They're not really a team as such. So very excited. And what did I get for the rest of the pull? The Unwritten, issue 34.5, and Carey and Gross go off on a tangent again from the main storyline. This time our unwritten history is embellished and enriched now by an extract from Tommy's father, Wilson Taylor, and his time in World War One. Beautiful cover. The artwork inside is okay. It's not stellar, but it certainly fits the mood of the book. It is kind of the horror and the futility of war. We have these, I think I'm right in saying they're kind of infantrymen. They're front line. They're crossing no man's land, risking their lives just to get a few inches further towards the enemy and gain more land. And it is just the whole words, stories being powerful, using these tales that get passed on as a kind of magical, powerful tool. We get introduced to people we already know from our present time, and in this time it's Anna Roche, the kind of puppet master nun lady who's a bit spooky. It's just a great, mature, entertaining and thought-provoking book. I've loved it from the very start. Thoroughly recommended. Of course, I can't wait to see how this latest story arc ends, but these little 0.5 issues, they really do bring our Unwritten universe to life, and like I said, it embellishes and enriches it all. Carey really has done no wrong with this title since the beginning. On to Ultimate Comics X-Men, and it's issue number 8. And we start a new storyline, a new story arc. And we have introduced to us these heavenly cities. These are apparently a safe haven. They're floating islands, and they're both kind of, I guess, ruled by twin brothers. One Zorn, spelt with an X, and Zorn, spelt with a Z. And this is where all the mutants can come and feel safe from, well, basically humanity, and live a relatively normal life. There is quite a big chunk of this book which is made up of Val Cooper and Nick Fury basically baiting each other around Nick Fury's kind of Black Ops mutant division, which are the characters from the Ultimate X miniseries, 4-issue limited series that came out, I think it was last year. It took so long for it all to come out. So it was nice to see those characters back, and the more of Karen Grant being Jean Grey is developed a touch, but it's starting to border on confusing. There's a lot of kind of double agent, which side is working for who, who's going to double cross who. So it's kind of getting a little complicated, and the Ultimate X-Men really needs to find a solid ground to get people enticed back into this universe, and I don't think with this issue it's going to do that. It was still entertaining enough, but I wasn't thrilled by it. And finally, last but by no means least, it's our Amazing Spider-Man, and it's issue 680, and it's Spider-Man in space. What more could you ask for? Now, I do have to say, you know the first page you get, and it's like an overview of, or like a catch-up page of what's gone before. I usually, when I turn that first page, I gripe about it, and I'm like, it's just a wasted piece of paper. There's no need for it to be there. If you're telling a decent enough story, I should be able to get it from the actual pages and not some overview first page, and I think it's a cheap page to fill a comic book. However, I'm glad it was here in this issue. Otherwise, I'd be like, what is all this? JJ's son out in space, why was he going there? When did this actually happen? I'd have been confused. So that was nice. It's another great issue by Slott. Again, he's taking top billing, so he's had the most input on writing this, unlike the last .1 issue, which I had a little bit of trouble with. But this is pretty much back to form. I'm still thinking it's building up, obviously, to this big 50th anniversary event, which happens in 2 issues' time, in 682. So it's not full in your face Spidey action. There's definitely the humour still there. Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, dancing around to Rebecca Black's Friday is just hilarious. It was just funny. You need to read it and look at it to appreciate it. So yeah, Spider-Man and the Torch are off in space now, and this is, I guess, the first kind of Doc Ock making his first move, which is obviously the big supervillain for the 50th anniversary. And as if we didn't have enough of these kind of people in any comic book imprint at the moment, they're up against zombie Octobots. Yes, zombies have infiltrated themselves into the Amazing Spider-Man 2. It was great. Cameron Coley's back on art. Is he back on art? Well, Cameron Coley's on art. It's really nice looking, though I did think if someone hadn't called him Peter right at the very start, he looks nothing like Peter Parker. I know everyone has their own style, but if someone hadn't said his name, I'd have been like, who's that character? It looks nothing like him. But that aside, still nice artwork, nicely detailed, colourful, vibrant, all that jazz. And that is it for the comics. Before you go, stop. Do not turn off. I want to give a shout out. I haven't done one of these for a little bit, and they know nothing about this. They've not set me up, they've not asked me to do this. I have just been really enjoying their videos of late, and they're doing something quite special for the next 30 days. That's a nod. This is a channel, I will put a link to the bottom to their latest video so you can jump on board on it. Their username is Oddfellowsthoughts. Yeah. Basically, it's two guys, it's Travis and Ethan, and I hope I'm right in saying they're father and son. I don't want to upset anybody. They usually do reviews, and they have a great rapport with each other, and they read a lot of comics, and certainly a lot that I don't review and don't collect. So it's nice for me to listen to someone else talking about something that I know nothing about. Whether I like it or not, I'm still going to listen and appreciate your reviews on them. But what they're doing right now is a 30 days of comics. They're uploading a video every day, and it's basically kind of like a question. Each of them answer it. I hope they don't nick any of my questions for my CCC question of the week, comic book question of the week video, or I'm stuffed. But please go and show them some support. Go and look at their videos. I think they're really good. So there you go, guys. Oddfellowsthoughts, or Thought. The link will be down there anyway. So yeah, that's it for another week from me, Ghost Critic. If you're new to my channel and you like what you saw, there's a subscribe button over there. Down there is a thumbs up. I like my thumbs up, thumb it up, thumb it up. And down even further below, there's a comment box. I love hearing all your thoughts about what I reviewed, what you're collecting. Did you love Justice League as much as I did? Oh, I'm sorry, but it was just amazing. Anyway, I'm off for a cup of coffee, a rest, and something to eat. Goodbye, comic fiends.